All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Waharakah HaKodash. Double honors to my apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who rule well over the flock of Israel. Shalom and salutations to you, Akim, for pushing the words of truth and sincerity. Shalom to all the Lord's elect Akim and Akwathi, scattered Israelites and Israelite foreigners, Aparatazar, which is Lord willing. This video was edifying and Rapah. And I was just going over the dream again that I had and just a video of it and trying to hear everything that I through the spirit brought out. And it just reminded me again how, what time it is. We all need that friendly reminder. And this is why I believe the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is going to send us dreams, visions, just to again adjust us and wake us up and just give us that divine quick flashback, if you will, of these times and to help regulate us. If anything, it regulates our spirit to stay consistent, to stay alive, to stay awake. In order to stay awake, you need sleep, right? I mean, too much awake time and then you get a little drowsy. Think about it, while the Lord went out to pray, he came back to the three, and the three he found them sleeping. Peter, Andrew, and John, if I'm not mistaken, they were asleep. And Yahweh Shah's famous, quote, one of many, was that, basically, roughly paraphrasing, can you not stay up for a little while? I mean, and that goes to us now in this time we're in. So I just quickly made that analogy to point out the fact that these dreams and these visions, and again, brothers have them and they're real, and they really shake up the mind and do exactly what they're designed to do, as far as keeping us in that awake condition, man. I mean, here it is, I'm driving at night, and if I ain't got this coffee, I don't know about brothers, but I gotta load up on the coffee, man. Or it's gonna be a long night. The night gonna get much longer. I start to peel back a little bit through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shah Shah. May the Lord keep us all safe on these roads, and as we go to and fro, give us traveling mercies. But there's certain things that need to be done as far as preparation. Again, you need a good night's rest and sleep. But again, I use all this analogy to show you that these dreams are so important and pivotal. And as I was going back and just like we're listening to the dream, it's just so serious, man, what we involved with in this corny system, this corny, cunningly devised society we in is set to blind you. The scriptures tell you that, they were blinded by the God of this world. Their minds were blinded. Showing you that when the Lord said, hey, they have eyes, but they can't see. They got ears, but they can't hear. It was all a parable discussing right in front of those that are blind and those that can't see. Is a parable that went over the heads of those who don't perceive and understand correctly what the Lord is putting down as far as these mysteries of the kingdom of heaven and how things are going to unravel in these end times eschatology and how things are going to come about and how severe these times going to be. I mean, the severity of these times. You don't know another camp that goes through how severe the times is going to be, like Great Millstone. We're fanatics. We can't change the subject, and we have nothing else really to talk about except for prophecy, eschatology, which is the study of end times, and how severe and cutthroat these times going to be. And as I was just re-listening to the audio of the dream, more was coming back to me, epiphanies and whatnot, and just again the seriousness of it all. And society in America is like the elites wants you so unserious, man. I type in New World Order on the phone, and you know what pops up? the 90s, early 2000s WWE or WWF, no, WWE, no, WCW, Scott Hall, and who is that? Sting, wrestling, entertainment, man. You type in New Order on your phone or NWO, you're gonna get entertainers. That's how watered down they have left just people in the. This is Babylon, man. So you're supposed to be in a state of confusion, and come to find out, you always find yourself confused. Every once in a while, you just be spent around because Babylon throw you through so many loops. Oh yeah, we got him. We're gonna get him with this, and then we're gonna spin him around with this one. We're gonna throw CK at him. And as I was thinking of the CK situation, if you understand the initials, you know who I'm talking about. CK, when the whole unlock, and then the more information, like they dripping just more information, and then they got his wife parading around. She cracking smiles, laughing. She throwing up the monoclonal. I mean, it's complete. At this point in time, you got to be asleep not to see what's going on. You have to be drunk off of Babylon. That doesn't mean that you sitting there dumb. You can have a whole intellectual conversation and be spiritually undiscerned. Where's that scripture that says, their minds were seared with a hot iron? There's so many that just can't wake up ever learn and never able to come to the knowledge. You still got people that think CK was like, some of them probably think he's the second coming of the Messiah, man. This is a really bugged out. You got to take a deep breath and really analyze how bugged out Americans are. They bugged out, man. They're losing it. Think about the celebrities of the last 5 to 10 years. A whole bunch of retards. How did they get famous? What talent do they have? None. Their talent is getting in front of a camera and talking. That's it. But I say all that to say, man, this is good. This is great because the elites have you right where they want you. But again, the scriptures point to the idea that if they could deceive the very elect, they would, but they can't. They'll come with all kinds of things. You know, we expecting more false messiahs. We expecting holograms. We expecting operation everything from from Alpha to Zeta. Operation this, that, and the third to bring about some type of uprising of the people. You know, come to find out, everything's a psyop. I remember about 2 years ago, that was a heavy topic amongst GMS. It's like, everything's a psyop. Again, they were blind. Their eyes were blinded by the God of this world. Where's Christianity when you want to know about the God of this world? Tell us. It's Satan. Well, where is he? Underground. How's he communicating with the? You know what I mean? There's nothing gets articulated well in Christianity, man. It leaves you with endless amounts of questions, and the only thing you're supposed to do is feel good about God. You going to church to feel good about God. Yeah, you clapping. It's like a house of retards. If you think about it, you have to be edified in this truth. The scriptures tell you that in these last days, perilous times shall come. It's going to be dark and destructive, evil times. Eve, that is time. Like New Year's Eve, it's a time. It's a designated time. It's actually the sunset, actually. And then ill meaning bad. It's full of perilous, evil, troubling times. Trouble is at hand. But yet and still, we just supposed to be in there clapping and singing. What about the trouble? When you gonna get a lesson on the trouble? And so, again, these dreams, man, they boom, snap me back into, get you out of that popcorn, Netflix and chill spirit. Because I mean, seriously, man. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm start, 1,000% siding with the Apostle of on this. These women is gone, man. I mean, you can make it about chasing women as much as you want, man. But you just gonna be talking to a headboard. You're better off using a shaking an 8 ball to get answers than trying to get it from a. They don't know what the hell is going on. They're not interested in none of this, man. So you damn sure can't, make that. You can't get edification out of that. And then you go to again your Christianity. They ain't got they not telling you about the perilous times. They just say, yeah, it's really bad, but the Lord is coming. Hey man, is it going to get worse? And if so, what? It's going to get really dark. But the good thing is, no, hold on, man. Let's stay here for a while. How dark is it going to get? Um, Without going too long. Again, I'm just kind of going off of the video and the vibe that I got from listening, rewatching my dream video. I believe that unalivings is going to take place a lot more. What I mean is public unalivings, similar to the CK situation. I believe that what that's doing is causing the implications of it. Shout out to the priests of Shaman of New York City. Don't worry so much about don't get so caught up over what happened and how it happened when it comes to these psyops. Just understand the implications of it all, which is a very profound statement the brother made. Which means that what's the result? What's the result of the CK unaliving public? What's the result of the unaliving of RFK or John FK or MLK? I mean, what's the result of these things? I just noticed that all their names end with K. Um, but yeah, and still, what you have is a public unalivings. Pretty much gives it sets off a tone, like it normalizes death in a sense. It normalizes death by a certain way, by like a retaliation death, or it gives a large group of people who don't care about that view more reason and encouragement to see more of them unalived. You know what I'm saying? It brings about a different era of America in which it's like, hell, I don't gotta stand for what he's saying. I could just hope to see his unalive. And that's what I think, because they went on them college campuses not long after he in the same campus of where he spoke at. And psyop or not, they asked the people, the citizens, and most people was like, man, good. I wouldn't bring him back if I could, one woman said, one college student. And people need to is bringing about that change, man. People don't care no more. All right. If you is against, if you are against the policy of whatever they worldview is, they want to see you unalived. That goes in with this whole the T's of the LGs, the T's, and then how they walk up in these schools loaded, ready to unalive. That's their spirit. Their spirit is like, I don't care who. If you are against my worldview, unalive. So more ruthlessness is going to be pushed to the forefront in Babylon, just so that people could get more used to. It's causing the chaos. It's stirring people up. It's allowing them to see unalivings. It's allowing them to see worldviews clashing. It's allowing the like a what's the word? Like a division. And what the scripture said. What did the Lord say? He said, if Satan's turned against Satan, I said you know, he cannot stand. Or if kingdom be divided against itself, it cannot stand. Right? The kingdom will fall. Basically, that's the beginning of a fall. Now you gotta ask yourself, why would the elites ever want Babylon America to fall? It seems like this is the tool that they use. Man, there's all type of reasons to let this place fall. It's done its mainly it's done its job. And when they bring in this CBDC, it really allows for less need for Babylon America, because if the multitude of people are allowing for a digital currency to come in and they can't stop it or prevent it, if the multitude of nations out there are peaceably asking, like, yeah, bring us a If their world leaders of these different nations are fine with a digital overhaul of the money system, then they pretty much can back off a war for the most part. And America just happens to be the nation that is used for war. When the bankers need a war, they'll go in and grab America or create a psyop to get Americans in it. They love war. They love their guns. Let them go over there and shoot things out. But when it comes to like these uh, peaceable surrenders and the parlay of these different nations, where they sit down with the elites and basically say, yeah, you can bring in a digital currency. That's fine. Well, you can microchip our society. That's fine. They're peaceably allowing for the new world order to take place, whereas it's Americans now that's the problem. Now Americans are the problem, and this is where it's going to come down to. You Americans are now going to, for the first time, be the prop. You hardy American, you proud devils, are now the problem of the elites. You are now problematic of the New World Order. You're causing the problem. You and your Christian values of not taking a mark. We'll never take a mark. It's Edomites saying that they know that the mark of the beast is a microchip and that they won't take it under no conditions. And Jesus is Lord. You know them Edomites. You know, Second Amendment Edomites. It's y'all who are now the prop. You're in the way of the New World Order, whether you like it or not. And so you're on the agenda next, not Zimbabwe and them dirty Africans, what y'all call, using their terminology, not the blacks, all right, not the Slavic people of Ukraine, not the Chinese, the dot heads of India. It's you now. All the attention and the weaponry and the issues is going to be on America now. America is now facing this collapse, imminent collapse, because you are the nation that's blocking for this new world order to just come straight through, man. Think about it. Think about how rocky the relationship is getting between America and the state of Israel. It's getting rocky, man. Yeah, American man, they don't want to hear no more of this Israel because they know they know it's already a wrap, first of all. And they know that any politician that really stand up against it, he get JFK. And CK situation also stirred that up. Look, let's get a public figure to absolutely turn on us and create this like mystery scenario. See, the implications of CK getting unalive is to be a example of how not to switch sides on the state of Israel. You better do. We'll take your leaders down, and then you know cry with you. We'll cry along with you. And that's how Jake do when they murderous and they evil. The scriptures say that you are become more wicked than the wicked. You got dudes that kill you and go to your funeral and kiss your mother. Happens all the time, man. With Jake could get you and kiss your mother. I forget what movie that was. I think it was New Jersey Drive. Cold blooded, man. But that's how Amalek will do you. So the trust is at an all time low, but it doesn't matter because the system is going to be ushered in for a new world order. They're going to get it no matter what. Scripture says when his enterprise is crowned with success, Salakia, it said when he is about to fill his belly, then it shall rain snares upon him, roughly paraphrasing. It alludes to Esau getting his newer order off the ground. What did all the past former presidents say about the New World Order? Bush Senior, 1990, around the mid 90s. Bush Senior, I believe, maybe early 90s. He said about the New World Order. He says, and there will be a New World Order, and it will happen. So you got presidents back in the day that already signed off on this thing, man. I think one of the last presidents that spoke up and out against Amalek or state of Israel taking over their agenda, their secret agenda, was Nixon, and they got him up out of there. Come to find out, that whole Watergate situation was a whole big psyop too, because they had him taped, and they was listening to him figuring out who really won this thing. The whole bottom line is, again, we have this word, and this word gives us the solution. The solution is, with wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. You keep incorporating this wisdom and this knowledge in your daily life. You use this to edify and feed the sheep. You put your hand to the plow and you don't look back. You reason with the scriptures and with your faith, right? The scripture says you have to be mixed together with faith. Those that were those that had this wisdom or knowledge, but because it wasn't mixed with faith, it didn't profit them. This truth will not profit you if you don't got the faith to believe that the Lord is capable and mighty to save when these calamities and perils happen. Because one thing for sure, not only does the New World Order or the elites of the world, whether it's WEF or Bilderberg groups or these different Georgia Guidestones, not only are they in your face telling you that they're about to bring a New World Order to you, but the scriptures, more importantly, the scriptures allow you to understand this new world order is this last push for Esau to stay in power. It has nothing to do with America. America is just the next tool, the next cog in the wheel. It was only, it's just that last, it's just that whore. It's a gray whore. It's a gray whore. Think about how easily the scriptures just, it calls it a gray whore. This place you love and you raising your kids and you doing all this, you waving flag and blah blah blah. We understand the story. The Bible just narrated, simplified as a great whore. Would you stand up and lose your life for a whore? I know a brother who would like to do a show on that. You lose your life for a whore. It's a whore, man. Ah man. So we got to thank Yahweh Shem Yahshua, be grateful for this wisdom, man. This wisdom really helps us clarify things. And as we see more unalivings and psyops, you understand they want this place to come down and fall down. Your Americans here, guns are problematic. You don't want the New World Order. They do the surveys on you all the time. Find out that you won't get microchipped. You're putting laws. You're asking your senators to establish laws about the microchip. The Bible, y'all two Bible Belt type of people. Y'all not into science as much as y'all should be, according to the New World Order, to be established. All right, you want your dollar. You still want to be at the top. Americans want the top when this place has already been. This place has already been. What's the word? It's already been compromised. You can't even stop your politicians from greedily accepting every dollar that the state of Israel gets it, so that they can run your society through your politicians. You still think voting does something, man? You're brainwashed. You're destroyed. But that's what the scriptures tell you about Babylon. Mystery Babylon the Great. Mother of all harlots, the whore. Mother of harlots. Babylon meaning confusion. Confusion by mixing. Everybody's all intermingled and they just playing and toying with you. The elites are toying. When you actually understand how a society is ran and how kingdoms, and the people are just as whatever the king, however the king demonstrates, that's how the people will be. Well, you get it now. The king must want this confusion to continue. Folly is setting great dignity. All right. The people are becoming more and more wicked. They're fighting for their evil. Try to take their evil away. They'll fight you tooth and nail for it. So Babylon has been a golden cup in the nation's hand, full of abominations. They love their abominations here. I fight for everything, even the queers. All right, Sodom and Gomorrah. You must not learn that lesson. It's a wrap, man. Call Allah Yahweh Shemi Yahshua for these scriptures, and let's just be thankful and grateful that we got a roadmap where everybody else is just fighting each other. We just following the map, straight and narrow. Difficult as it may be, it's still leading to the kingdom. Whereas every other map, broad and wide, is leading into destruction. So I'll leave it at that. I brought this out. This video was edifying. Until next time, shalom.